Welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and today we are going to be checking out a truck that is not only an exciting truck for me, but I think it's going to be an exciting truck for a lot of you guys as well. Now, this truck just released on mod.io, and it is by Glitchworks. It's the Desperado 3500, and it is fully console-friendly. Now, when this will be available on consoles remains to be seen, because, of course, it needs to be tested and then approved by the developers, but it does have the necessary console files, and so I think it's only going to be a matter of time before this truck is available on your console mod browser. And historically speaking, trucks from Glitchworks usually get approved for consoles very quickly. But without any further ado, let's fire this thing up, see what it sounds like, and then we'll get it into the garage, and we'll see what kind of customization options we have. But let's hear this thing. It's got a really raw, like, very spool-heavy turbo sound. I really like the way he structured the sound of this truck, but let's go ahead and get it into the garage. Oh, it's got a good bit of torque, too, even in the stock tune. I mean, you would expect... Oh, I've driven it straight into a pole. Let's try to not do that again. But genuinely, this truck has so much more torque on the stock tune than you might imagine. Alright, so you've got the 6.6 liter stock tune. You have the 6.6 liter tuned, which is like tuned and deleted, going to be around 560 horsepower. And then the bulletproofed is going to be about 750 horsepower. And in real world terms, you're probably talking about, if a Duramax is making like 750 horse, you're talking about, I would say, in the range of like 13 to 1500 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, that's a lot of torque. That's a massive amount of torque. Now, depending on what kind of a setup you like, you can obviously tailor this to be more on the vanilla performance side of things, or more on the kind of, more mod truck, more high-speed, high-torque type of gameplay. Now, moving on to the gearboxes, you have Glitchworks' typical gearbox selection with your 5-speed default, 6-speed highway, and 4-speed off-road. We're going to begin with the 4-speed off-road and then move on to the 6-speed highway a little bit later on in the video. Now, suspension-wise, you got normal height. You've got heavy duty, which is basically heavily strengthened in the rear for really heavy towing. You have the adjustable airbag show suspension for if you want a slammed dually. And dude, I know that there's going to be people out there that are going to be like, oh my god, why would you ever want a slammed dually? Slammed dualies are useless, blah, 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 blah. But this truck gives you the option to run whatever setup you want, all the way from monster truck to slammed dually to heavy duty tow rig to, normal stock height. So really, if you don't like the slammed show suspension, you don't have to use it. But whereas if that is what you want, then go for it. Use that one, I think that that's the beauty of a mod like this, is that it gives you that full range of options. So for me, right off the bat, I think we might actually do I go back and forth. I think we might start on the normal height and see how that does for towing. But my only thing is, I want to be able to go to the bigger tires. So I tell you what, in that respect, I'm going to go to the heavy-duty hauling option so I can run the 43s. But I think for our tire setup on the 43s, I want to run something that's going to... Ooh, those look really good. I love the boggers. Now, these are all going to be in your off-road class, but you also have several other tires that are in the mud tire class. And if you want to run the 51-inch monster tires, you can go right ahead and do absolutely that. You've also got your studded or chained snow and ice tires, which are really nice to have for campaign use as well. So I'm actually going to go with the boggers in 43-inch, and then we're going to do the stage 4 winch. And I definitely want a gooseneck hitch in the back. And if you want to swap over to a flatbed, you can do that as well. But I'm going to stick with the standard truck bed for now. Now, if you want the big side steps, you can go that route. I'm a little bit back and forth on them. I think I'll run them to begin with, but I don't know if I'll keep them or not. Now, cab lights, I'm definitely going to throw those up there. And then, let's see, rear bumper, you got a stock one and a heavy-duty one. I'll do the heavy-duty. Rack, I mean, that's kind of more like a ladder rack, contractor rack. You can run that if you would like. I'm not going to run it on this build, but the option is there. The toolbox I do really like, so I'm going to put that in the bed. Snorkel, I'm back and forth about it. If you want to run it, you can, but for this particular map, I don't feel like we need it. Side dump exhaust is really cool, really nice to have. I love the look. You've also got a hood stack, and you've also got rear stacks that don't seem to be the most compatible with the toolbox, but At the end of the day, if you want to run those, I would probably just suggest not running them with the toolbox in the back. Now, I think what I'm going to use for this particular setup, though, is I'm going to run the hood stack. And front bumper-wise, we got stock, got heavy duty with a winch, and then we've got this one, which is, like, super heavy. So, I would say, I'm probably going to run maybe... Well, I would like to run this one, but I don't like how insanely heavy it is. I'm going to stick with the stock just for now. And then, let's see, aftermarket wheels-wise, I think we'll stick with modern wheels 1. And then color setups, I mean, apparently the sky is the limit for you on the color setups because Glitch made sure to include a massive color selection in here. And I do mean a massive color selection. I really like this kind of darker maroon red. I think it really brings out the color of the truck nicely, but I also like the darker blue. The blue is really nice. I think, you know what? Let's go with this deep blue. That is a really nice color. Throw beans on the dash, and then now, let's get a trailer behind this thing and see how it tows. Bro, that high-power tune has some proper torque to it. It is a machine. All right, let's back it up real quick. And then now, let me put it back into automatic. All right, so I don't think I'm going to do the log trailer this time. I think I'm going to go for a... Wait a minute. Where's the 6-unit... oh, there it is. Nope. Yep, there it is. The 6-unit gooseneck. And we're going to pick up some properly heavy cargo. I'm debating on whether I want to load it down with concrete slabs, metal beams, or cargo containers. I think I'm going to do cargo containers. They're a nice, like, in-between. So let's see. And that just about levels the truck out. And keep in mind, like, this thing still is, like, I mean, if you wanted to throw the heavy bumpers on there, you could. But it is hauling 3 heavy containers without the assistance of a weighted front bumper. That is pretty incredible. I mean... You have to absolutely give it to any truck that is able to do that. Let's see if we can get it around this corner without getting stuck. Let's go! It's definitely pulling the front end. It would struggle with steering if we were on a campaign map. All right, let's see if we put just a different bumper on the front. So let's see. Exhaust, let's see. Front bumper 1. Let's swap out to front bumper 2. Actually, no. Let's go all the way up to the big boy. That really weighed the front end down. But even then, it still pulls that front axle up just a little bit. Just a little bit. You can tell it's really struggling to keep the front axle on the ground. And if you're trying to go up a long hill with I mean, honestly, cargo like this is going to be a setup that you're going to be hauling a lot in campaign. So that would definitely be something to think about if you're planning on having this thing, you know, be used as a dedicated campaign hauler. So just something to kind of keep in mind in regards to how you might want to use this truck. Let's see how it does in some slightly deeper stuff. Now, it's rolling, but it's definitely a slow roll at that. I mean, it actually feels really realistic. It feels a lot closer to how a kind of a standard game truck might feel in terms of balance, which is good. I mean, it's going to keep a lot of that challenge and a lot of that campaign balance that a lot of people like, while also being able to still provide you with higher top speeds if you decide to go for the top engine with the fastest transmission. Oh, it's really digging in. Like, it's, as you can see, like, it's still making progress. It's just not making it at, you know, lightning fast speeds. And for a lot of people, that's what they want out of a truck. You know, a lot of people don't necessarily want to be able to blaze through every obstacle at breakneck speeds. Now, some people do. Some people, like me, for example, like to have the option of going breakneck speeds, but don't necessarily do things that way all the time. But it's nice for the option to be there. All right, let's see how far we can make it through here without, A, without getting stuck, and B, without spilling the cargo. I think the weighted front bumper is going to help us here because it's going to force that front axle to stay in, like, you know, somewhere where it has traction, but, uh-oh. Oh, that rotated me at an odd angle. Let's see if I can rotate it back. Oh, can we rotate it back? I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's in a bit of a sketch spot right now, and I am not sure how to feel about it. Can you rotate it back the other way? No? Bro, all I wanted you to do was rotate back the other way, and you said absolutely not gonna happen. All right, well, I think we found the towing obstacle limit of this truck, which is completely understandable, completely fine. But let's go back to the first bumper. We'll finish this obstacle on this suspension setup, though, because I want to see how it does on an obstacle like this with a, you know, a very, like, still a towing-related suspension. And as you can see, while you'll have to take some different lines and go diagonally through a lot of it, it can still do it just fine if you don't have a loaded down trailer behind you, which, you know, while you may use this truck to tow trailers a lot of the time, you're not going to have a trailer behind it necessarily 24/7. I mean, some of you might, but there's going to be that in-between time where you're driving to pick up the trailer or to pick up the load that you're hauling. Now, we're going to have some fun. So let's go into the garage. We're going to go with the the monster suspension. And the first thing we're going to do with the monster suspension is we're going to run it through this back trail with these tires. We're going to leave it on the DUALLY boggers. Before we put it on the monster tires, I want to do a challenge through here and really see how it responds to like a back trail. Will it be able to rip through stuff like this in a campaign map, or will it just bog out? And so far, it rips really well. Let's see, just plunging it into that mud, trying to vary the throttle inputs just a little bit to try to keep it from spinning and digging too much. But let's see, can we get just a little bit further on? A little bit, or not. Oh, wow, oh, God. Let's definitely not do that. Back into high, come on. Come on, go, 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 go. I mean, other than that one little spot where we started to stall it out, which was more on me than on the truck, hey, I got nothing against it. This thing is ripping. Absolutely just rolling out. Even the mud doesn't really slow it down that much, as long as you are easy on the throttle, which you can't back off of it too much and then get back into it, otherwise you'll stall it. But, I mean, and at the end of the day, if it means just putting it into low plus or even like automatic mode or low, it's not going to be that big of a deal. It's not like it's a problem of any kind. Like, that's not any remote type of problem. Now, though, since we're on the monster suspension, you know what we gotta go for. We gotta go for the monster tires when we go to sling it off the bridge jump. Because as you guys know, oh, wait a minute. I forgot a crucial element of this test. The highway transmission. So we can do this at top speed, because there's no better way to sling this thing off of the bridge jump than at top speed. And I mean, it might fly all the way into the trees. I've never driven this thing with the highway transmission before, and I have a feeling it's gonna freaking soar. All right, let's ease it around, and come on. All right, full power, interior view so we don't glitch under the bridge. Not bad. All right, go back into here. That's about 6th gear. Oh my, wow. That was like the most even flight I have seen off the bridge jump in a long time. This thing rips. Not only does it rip, but like, it flies through the air so incredibly level. I can't believe it's that, like, it soars through the air that level. That is incredible. But if you guys enjoyed this video and this look at this truck, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on it in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.